Okay. We are live. Forgot to mute the Kindle. Because, of course I did. I thought I had a teeny tiny... I do. Oh wait, I have the other... Well, I'll leave that pulled aside. My other sharpener's in the other room. Sorry, I'm still kind of getting organized here today. It's been a hectic morning. I got most of what I needed done last night, but I didn't get it all done. Alright. I feel like the lighting's like not right. But I'm not certain. Didn't really look like it did anything there. What is this? There is something. What is that? I have tape on my desk. How long has that been there? And we just haven't seen it. I didn't get all of it. Not most of it. Alright. Okay, so today we're going to try to draw and paint this flamingo. I might be in over my head here. I probably am, in fact, in over my head, but I guess we'll see. I'm going to bring the slightly larger version of this over to my other screen so I can see it a little bit better. And I forgot I need one more thing. I originally thought we were gonna like do a painted magnet. And I was like, yeah, we'll do that. But then I was like, I feel like I'm copping out. So we're gonna try. It's probably gonna go horribly, horribly wrong, but we'll try. So we've got a little bit of a guy here. So this one probably needs to come that way. Of course, this is bad because now I can't see if I'm even in the shot. So I'm not certain like how much of this would I might not paint the sides. If you know what, we might just paint the sides like dark green. Is that right? That might be a little bit better. Now I'm going a bit darker than I would normally. So this is visible. Sorry, I didn't mean to bang that loud on the... There we go. That's a bit gentler. So I kind of brought the kitten back out this morning for a little bit. Trying to let them smell everybody. They didn't really smell the dog. Well, either dog. They kind of smelled the other cats. They kind of smelled two of the other cats without incident. I had to bend down so they could smell cat number 3, and they didn't like that I had bent down. But the orange mutant cat was right up all in their face, and they didn't make a peep, so I was like, oh, that's interesting. After yesterday, just seeing them was like, nah. Okay, so how far down do we want to say that it? Well, there's a little something. Right here, and I don't really know what that's supposed to be. But we'll try to pop that in there. That's probably not quite the right shape, but what can you do, right? I am not good at attempting realism at all. So this is going to be an adventure. It's probably not going to look anything like what we want it to. This actually looks pretty straight there, doesn't it? And then it just kind of like up the roller coaster lift hill and just kind of like and it like dives straight down. Do have to watch my spacing here though, so spacing's a thing. All right. So this actually kind of comes down to like maybe there. The only bad thing about not doing this lighter is that I am leaving graphite everywhere. So like my hands are all these are all in it. Probably gonna have to leave that main line somewhat visible there. Okay, so these two meet. And then this kind of like comes down a bit to like maybe there. And then we've got like almost a sharp angle Well, that should be like higher up. So I might take you to there. Honestly, probably should have started down here. So we've got a little bit of room, not much. Okay, I'm gonna back this up just a bit. I'm not sure I'm quite in the right spot here. One second. Okay. That color gave up pretty quickly. Okay, and I've got like this bit here. Kind of comes up to there. This angle is just not gonna look right. Is it? So let's see. No, that can come down. Like that. Did he come? No, he's laying there looking at me. Did he eat anything yet today?
No.
I mean, he ate his chimkin that I gave him, but...
Would you feed Tiki?
Did you season it?
No, I haven't been seasoning it.
So... Where is that kind of... First time I've ever tried to draw anything at this angle, so... It's probably not gonna be pretty, I'll tell you that much.
Oh. You had a nibble at least.
Alright. We're definitely trying. We're making a mess of it, but we're definitely trying. Alright, so... we need to figure out... the shape that this needs to be. Because this neck is kind of a thick guy here. Like a little dark crease to maybe there, kind of. That might be a little far over. All right, so this. Can kind of pull off of there. Okay, so this maybe about almost looks slightly yellow. I didn't pull any yellow out. I probably should. It kind of comes like all the way up into there. We've got like another little bit here. My head's like definitely small, but eyeball in there. Okay. Kind of have the idea. Kind of, sort of. Okay, so we have like these water rings around the face here. Oh wow, that, okay. Then it goes this way. Do you need any ice?
No. Kitten's still taking a nap, so I'm gonna take a break.
And it kind of jumps. Do I want like, like I don't have to have this like dead on for all of it. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be. Just kind of giving me stuff to pick and choose from here. So then like I actually probably didn't need that many. Yeah, I probably really didn't need that many. Okay, so large one I don't really need. So maybe when we get to like here, well, no, that's not. Okay, so I mean, we'll figure it out. I'll probably end up changing it as I go anyway. A little bit. It's just I'm not real good at circles themselves, so. Okay. I used to love this pencil sharpener, and now I'm not so fond of it. It keeps breaking my pencils for the most part. Yeah, we might just wing it. The more I'm trying to pencil it in, the worse it's kind of looking, so. And I get confused easily, so we might just kind of leave it at that. Really? It's not a stream unless we have somebody wanting to be a dickhead. Oh, right. So, report that, block that. Alright, now I'm gonna have to move this guy back over to the other screen because I need to be able to see what we're doing here. Okay. Look, guys, I actually washed the palette. Okay. So, let's get our water here. Okay, so we're gonna base coat this guy in our 1, 2, 3, 4 in our spice red. Okay, and I'm just gonna add some water. So that we can get a bit of a thin down wash on this guy. Glaze wash. I think I mixed too much. As always. Right, we'll see how that does us. Sort of weird noise, so let me check the radar. They extended our flood watch into tomorrow. We've got some pop-up showers. Trying to make their presence known. Okay, so I am going to fill this in. I need a little more water here. Just to ensure that Yes, eraser dust. Everyone's favorite foe. Not really. Okay, so I'm just using Spice Red. Some people use, like, I don't know. I've seen some people use magenta. We did that fuchsia pop or dragon fruit or something that we watered down for like a pinky base. Some people do that and then let it show through. I'm just kind of doing it so that I can see if I missed anything. And if I did miss anything that wasn't too glaringly important, then it's not just bright white canvas. Okay. So since this is like watery, it's gonna be a little wet, obviously. It's gonna take a little bit longer to dry. So, I mean, you can see that's still shiny, and that was the first side that we did. I might have to add another drop of water to this just because the paint's looking a little thick. And I want to be able to see my sketch underneath. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a winner or not. It probably won't be. We're gonna try. Now, I could have tried to do a transfer of it over. That probably would have been the smarter thing to do. Since my drawing skills are not the greatest. Especially when it comes to proportions and symmetry. If it needs to be straight, you can guarantee I'll have it crooked. Alright. So I might need, yeah, tell you what. We need a little bit more water there just to at least get us all the way across here. It seemed like I was gonna run out. Now I might end up just ignoring those circles that I put on there entirely and just figuring it out. So our reference photo is a photo from Unsplash by Mohamed Jamil Latrach, I think. Latrach, excuse me. They have quite a large selection of photos that you can use. You have to be careful though, because some of them you do have to have a subscription to Unsplash. You have to have like a paid account or something to access or to use. They have like a little plus symbol on them. But just for regular use stuff, there's a good number on there that you can use. We're probably pretty good there. I don't really want to pull out the heat tool. Wow, that looks a lot more orange on the camera. That's wild. Alright, let me put that to the side. And this can go sit over there temporarily. Alright, I'm going to pop my fan on just to try to get some air on that. I mean, I could pull the heat tool out. It'll probably make it go a little bit faster than the fan. Alright, well, Kindle seems to be charged, so where did I put you? There. I was gonna say, first I have to find you. I don't normally have it out when we're painting though, because I don't normally have the room for it. And I don't normally need to use it either. And it does help speed the process up a little bit. There's a lot of watercolor artists love these things, rubber stampers, you know, to get your embossing powder heated up. Comes in handy for that. Okay. So, done with that color. I feel like maybe this would have been better off on a slightly longer canvas, but we'll see what we can come up with. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna start with is this black forest green. We haven't used this one yet, or at least we haven't used this bottle. It would seem. I've noticed that these plastic guys on the lids for this paint don't seem to have a perforation on them. Unless I'm just not feeling it. Alright, so I'm gonna shake this really good because I haven't used this one yet at all. And it's been sitting. They've got an air bubble under the sticker. Okay. I was actually thinking that was going to be a lot darker. Maybe it'll dry darker. Guess we'll see. I probably put out way too much. But I was actually thinking of doing the sides in this color too. So. Alright, so don't know if we will need to do a second coat on this. I might have to mix some black into this. Probably a little bit. Guess we'll see what it looks like as it dries. I'm kind of leaning towards painting the whole side, or all of the sides, this dark green. Like, I don't really see a reason not to. Since we're gonna have all of the action happening up front. I know this is a thick guy. And a lot of the times on the thick guys tend to bring the design wrapped around. But I don't think I want to do that necessarily on this one. Probably should grab a bigger brush. For the sides here. But is that something I want to do? Because then it might change how streaky this looks as it's drying. Okay. So, I mean, it's not too bad. I just thought it was going to be a little bit darker. It is drying a little darker. Excuse me. So, I guess we'll see. I mean, right there, that's obviously a little bit streaky. But the darker ones in this tend to be a little streakified. A second coat usually fixes that right up. Now, I don't necessarily need to do the sides right away, but I've got the color out. That I wanted to do them in. So it kind of seemed like a waste to not do them. Alrighty. I'm pretty sure this was an Artist Loft canvas. It might have been part of a multi-pack because there was no size tag on this one. I had to measure it, so I think it was part of another pack that I had broken open. I'd gotten a bunch of canvas during one of Michael's like 70% off sales that we are still kind of working through. Because I'm a bit of a slowpoke. But you know what? That's okay. Nothing wrong with us poking along here. Don't really have a deadline for this. Now, we didn't end up doing the farmer's market this weekend. We had the kitten, and we were dealing with their potty issues and trying to get that sorted, which has calmed down, thank goodness. The switching to the dry food seemed to be what was needed there, and it was storming. Like, they did have the farmer's market, which surprised me. Some people did show up. I'm like, guys, it's lightning. Like, rain, fine, whatever. If you have the little tent covers, that's one thing. But who the heck is sitting out there in the lightning? Who's gonna come and shop at a farmer's market outside in a lightning storm? And then we all sit and wonder why there's so many news stories of people being struck by lightning. Because they didn't go inside when it started to thunder. Like, that's why. They don't take the warnings seriously about when you start to hear it thunder to get off the beach, get out of open areas, get away from the trees, go inside a building, get inside your car, something. Now we have to take the kitten this weekend to get some kind of shots at a cat clinic. The shelter people wanted us to show up for that. I think they said around 11:30. But we might attempt to do the farmer's market. For a little bit, from like maybe 8 to 10, 10:30. The farmer's market only goes to 12 anyway. We have to see what the weather's going to be like. So that definitely is going to need a second coat. For sure. Okay. So this whole section, we're going to paint our dark color. Now I still might need to pull a yellow out. I was debating pulling a yellow out last night, and then I kind of talked myself out of it. But now I'm kind of looking at it and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I want that yellow after all. So it is Monday. It is an art day. Hope everybody's doing all right. On this July Monday. Uh, so I'm just kind of going along with this color. I should probably do a maintenance rinse here, because I haven't done one yet. On this color. It doesn't have to be a spectacular rinse, but a little bit. Let's see, that's not a bad color. Definitely needs another go up there. Alright, so I'm actually debating just painting the entire background this color. And then just coming in with the other colors and laying it on top. That might be the better way to go. In which case, we're going to be using quite a bit of this paint here. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Just more or less observation there. Now, I did not get much done on the tissue paper project this weekend, obviously. Between the kitten and the weather. I feel like there was something else that was going on, but maybe not. I got the fronds started on one of the trees. It's about halfway done on the one tree. I didn't get the chance to get the photo of it, of where I'm at yet, because the glue was wet when it was down on the table and I was working on it, and the glue was white while it's wet, and then it dries clear. So it just would have been like a mess of white glue. So I was like, nobody's gonna even be able to see what the heck they're looking at. And I just haven't had the time to get the photo of where I'm at now at this point, so I am still working on it. We're getting closer to being done. I have started editing the footage that I have so far for it. But I've only gotten through like one of those videos out of I don't know how many. Like, I don't even know, man. was kind of thinking I would be done by now, but with the way it was storming on Saturday, I probably wouldn't have been. Regardless of the kitten. And it was like an all-day event. Like, it stopped for a little bit. And then when evening came around, we had another round of it. You know, just enough to upset the dog where it was a late night trying to get to bed. Gosh, we just had to replace the air filter for the heating slash air conditioning system. Oh boy. I don't remember when we last changed it. It's been a couple of months, I think. Wow. The amount of dust and fur in that thing. That was crazy. We kind of need to get it serviced, but it's going to be a while before we can do that. Alright, I don't know how to handle this because I don't want to. I mean, I guess we can just figure it out. The circles didn't look quite right anyway. They weren't like at the right angle or something, so. I did get that last speed felt done and posted up. So we got that done. Again, I could use a bigger brush, but I like this brush. I don't know why I like this brush, but I do. Does feel like one of our smoother brushes. Well, how was everybody's weekend? Did your weekend go all right? Hopefully. Do you need to go check on them?
I'm going to.
They were firmly in Napland, so. Like, well, if you're just gonna sleep, you don't really need me in here to make sure you're not getting into trouble. We might try to do a bit more of an introduction tonight, depending on how everybody's feeling. Yesterday was met with all kinds of spicy gurrs and angry meows when smelling the other cats of the house. Today, two of the other cats managed to get right up in its face, like on its nose, smelling it, and Spicy Bean just kind of sat there and was like, hi, and didn't seem too bothered by the investigation by two of the cats. Although the one cat had this really disgruntled look on their face after smelling him. Bean needs a bath badly, but we needed to wait to make sure that it had been a few days since they got their set of medicated drops on them. We didn't know when we could actually bathe them. And they had a little bit of road rash from where the car grazed them. Not our car, whatever car nicked them when animal control had picked them up. Again, we are fostering this kitten. We didn't find this kitten. So we weren't sure if we could really get that wet yet, so they're certainly turning into more. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't in frame. My bad. Sorry about that. So weren't sure when we could get that wet. But their ass at least needs a dunk. Their ass and their back legs need a washing. That might have been what Cal's disgruntled facial expressions were. He looked like he smelled something bad. And Bean is still learning how to use the litter box. I mean, they're in there, but they don't understand they can't back up and step in their poop while they're trying to cover it. A for effort, for sure. 100%. Okay, so while that is drying, I'm gonna flip this guy back up on its side here. And we're gonna come in for round 2. See about darkening this guy up on the edges. And we had tried to put the kennel up in our room and put the kitten in there so they could get to smelling everybody where they couldn't really fight each other or hurt each other too much. And then the kitten started climbing the inside and protesting loudly, excuse me, about being in kitty jail. So I don't know what we're gonna do. I guess we're gonna have to take it down now. I don't know. It didn't quite work the way we were hoping. Huh?
That's kind of what I figured what would happen, but oh.
But we were hoping Kitty would chill out. And just kind of exist in there for at least a little bit. Taking in their surroundings. But then Kitty's like, no. They started doing their own version of Kitty Attica. Let me out. They are quite a climber. I've never had a kitten scale my leg or my back before. With or without a shirt on. Like, I had a shirt on, but it didn't go all the way up. It was a little tank top. And they're like, I'm going to scale you. And I'm like, no, please don't. Did someone just, like, fly in front of the camera? Or did something just, like, fly in front of my glasses instead? Something looked, like, fuzzy all of a sudden. It might have been my glasses. Yeah, I was kind of expecting this to be a little bit darker. And it's like, ooh, fire screen black or whatever the heck it is. Yeah, black fire screen. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more darkness here. Kind of hoping for a little bit more on the black side of this, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. That's the way it goes, I guess. Never really know what the color is going to look like till you start swatching it out. I mean, it's not a bad color. Alright, it's been a minute since we've tried rinsing the buildup out of this brush. This poor brush. I've put this brush through the ringer. I'll like get a small selection of brushes that I love. The feel or the weight or how their bristles start laying down color. Fibers, hairs. And it's like, no, you are my favorite child. You're my only brush now. And then I like run them into the ground. Fortunately, we're definitely getting our money's worth out of it, though. That's for sure. So we're definitely not going away in November. That's just not happening. The bank ended up buying my brother's house at auction, the mortgage holding bank. And they bought it for way under. Because, you know, of course they did. I don't know if they were the only bidder. So I got some more information on this house. Apparently, my brother did have the house sold. They were going to closing. It was a done deal. And then Hurricane Helene showed up. And apparently in Florida, there's a law where you can't go to closing on a house within 3 days of a hurricane making landfall. So they had to put the closing on hold. And then the hurricane came in and put 3 feet of water inside that house. So I think the people that were gonna buy it were like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Even though he could have had the contractors come in. I mean, do you really want to buy a house then? After it flooded? I mean, if you're flipping it and you're trying to get it for as low as possible, I would have been like, hey, so if you get the repair work done, I'll still buy it, but it's gonna have to be for a lot less. But because of the hurricane, and then the insurance company wouldn't give him the money directly. They told him that I think he needed to hire contractors, or they would hire contractors to come out and do the repairs, and that they would be paying the contractors directly. This wasn't going to be a situation of where they were going to give him the money to do the repairs himself, which I think pissed him off. Because I think he was hoping to do the repairs as cheap as possible. So he could have pocketed some of the money. I don't know. But he did a lot of the work on that house himself. Like, he knows how to do drywall, and he did some of the floors, and he can run electrical because of his camera business. He kind of knows what he needs to do. But yeah, that was not what he wanted to hear. So yeah, the bank bought it way under market value. And he's like, yeah, now they're probably going to put a lien against me for the remainder of the mortgage. Like, well, I mean, you're gonna mess around. And I don't know where the one website was getting $11,000 in taxes from, because I saw another website and they're like 5,000. Which seemed a little bit more reasonable for the area. I mean, it's still awfully high. I mean, the taxes were super high on the property that my parents had briefly in New Jersey. And it was not a great The town overall wasn't great. There were parts that were better than others. They were in a section of the town that was closer to the border of another town. So it wasn't quite as rough. Though the rough on the edge, the rough in the middle was slowly spreading out to the edges. I will say that. Like the house across the street from the one that they bought were having people show up at all hours. There was all kinds of like drug sales going on and stuff, and I'm like, did you guys like not check out the neighborhood that well before you bought this? Cause I don't know, man. This house seems a little overpriced for the neighborhood. And the police ended up raiding it at one point. I think they had been staking it out for a while. And then a few days after they had been raided, and I guess people had been taken to jail, somebody was on our porch trying to rip open our screen door, demanding to know where so-and-so was. And we're like, who? Like, my mom was yelling through the window. It was like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, just freaking call the police. Where you like get shot through the fucking window? Like, come on now. I was not comfortable waiting for the bus at night by myself. I was like, yeah. Like, there had been a store robbed, like, the next, like, 2, 3 blocks down. I think they'd been robbed a couple of times. You know, shots being fired. Like, I don't like this. I'm nervous. Just trying to get to work. Don't like standing out here by myself at night, so if there were nights that I worked that Russell didn't, he would walk me out to the bus stop. Or if he went in before me, I would just go in early. And just kind of sit up in the employee cafeteria. And try to read or something. So, I mean, I guess that darkened up pretty good. It's not so bad. So we are using the Deco Art Americana line. Not sponsored. These seem to do a bit better than the brand I was using previously. So that's good. I mean, the darker colors still need that second boost. But I think the most I've had to do is maybe 4 coats, and that was with white. It was 3 to 4. Their titanium white's not very opaque. Yeah, I wasn't that surprised. I kind of knew where to set my expectation bar. Especially after the last bit of paint I was using. Man, those colors. Those colors were taking like 6 to 8 coats to look anything remotely like what they were supposed to. That was disappointing and frustrating. Like, it wasn't so bad when we were painting something where the colors were kind of like overlapping each other, but like trying to do that one mandala painting, that was super frustrating. So super frustrating. Excuse me. I've had all the burps today. I mean, I did have a soda, but we haven't had a sip of it in a while. Alright, so I'm just doing a little rinsey rinse. I've run out of this color of paint on my palette guy here. So I am just gonna do a rinsey rinse here before we add some more. Alright. I know this isn't very exciting today, but it would go a little faster if I was willing to go with a slightly bigger brush. I understand that. But at the same time, look how smooth that looks. Like, look how smooth that is. It's a nice brush, albeit tiny. See if I can find something to listen to here. Alright. Kofi Bot's having fun. Oh, just load the stupid thing. Oh, is that lightning in there? No. Alright, so we've got some heavier rain heading our way. which is interesting because there's been plenty of times lately where they're like, yeah, it's like 100% chance of heavy storms. It didn't even rain, and I'm like, what? The weather models for the area have not been great lately. Not exactly sure why. Hopefully they can get that sorted before our next severe season starts. We have like a spring season and then like a fall season. Like late fall going into December, which is freaking bizarre. Okay. But I like taking my time with this stuff. I know it's probably very frustrating to some people. Everybody seems to be in like an instant gratification mode a lot lately, where if like they don't see a finished result like within 10 minutes, they're like, nope, I'm out. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Art's a journey. And it's not necessarily a journey that needs to be rushed. I mean, if you can knock something out that quick, hey, all the more power to you. I don't like painting super fast. I like to take my time and think about what I'm doing. Do I really want this color? Do I want to change this color? I like to stop for a few minutes and sit back and take a peek. Am I still happy with this? Do I need to change this up? You know, there's the ever-present fretting over, oh, this looks so bad. Ugly stage, you know. And then trying to pull it back out of the trenches of the ugly stage. That can be a little bit tough. So I did find the stencil for, I had some 5x5 stencils that had a couple different seahorses in them. And I found one that I think I can get to work. I still want to do this like steampunky seahorse project. Since we're not going away in November, I don't have to start the husband's Christmas present. Soon. I have some time still. And I asked him what he wanted me to do for his mom and his aunt, and he goes, nothing. And I was like, huh? He goes, don't worry about it. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, don't bother. It's not worth your time. He's like, I know you want to do something, but he's like, don't. we'll just buy them an ornament at Hobby Lobby and call it a day. I'm like, are you sure? He goes, yes. So I have to do my mom and him. It feels weird not to be doing something for them, but the fact that he was adamant not to bother kind of speaks to me how frustrated he is with her right now. And I get it. I totally get it. I've been there for a while now. But yeah. So I'm not gonna worry about them. We do have to figure out what we're gonna do for my mom though, and I have no idea. Like I literally have no idea. I mean, how many chickens can I paint? Like I really don't know what I want to do there. That's like all she's into lately is just the cheekbones. So I'm not really sure where to go from here. I've painted her all kinds of different chickens and stuff on the channel. Like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of at a loss at the moment. Alright, so I decided that I was gonna fill the whole background in this color. Look how well that darkened up there. That's great. Feeling a little bit better about this as my dark color choice. I was worried I was gonna have to come back in and try to add some black in there, like a black wash or something. But I think I'm feeling a lot better about that right now. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for her. I mean, I guess I could try to felt her a much larger chicken than we have previously. but I don't know, man. I'm not good with the critters. I think I'd almost rather try to paint something. I mean, we could try to do a full-on dot chicken, but her eyesight is so bad. I don't know that she'd be able to see it. To be perfectly honest. To lose my lines a little bit in this section. Like, not tremendously, but a little bit. Go lay down, buddy. You're okay. You're okay. It's only raining. No, it didn't even thunder, guy. It didn't even thunder. No. Hey, it's not thundering. What's this about? You're okay. Stop that. Come on now. Doggo. It's not storming. There's no lightning bolts on the map. In fact, it's like not even raining. There's like a rain thingy over us. But the road's dry, guy. You're okay. No, hey, stop. No, come on. Come on now. You're fine. Oh, bother. His storm anxiety has been getting worse and worse. It hasn't thundered. I've not heard a darn thing. And I just checked the weather radar. And like ain't nothing there. Unless it thundered so quiet I can barely hear it. Alright, let me go see if the husband heard it thunder. I have not. So I might need a minute to deal with him. So now's a good time to go potty. And get a snacky. I will be right back. I'm back. I'm not sure what crawled up the dog's butt. Because there's literally no lightning on the radar. But he's just now associating with the sound of rain with thunderstorms. No, don't. So I'm going to have to call it a day, unfortunately. So we didn't get too far today. We kind of have our sketch done. So we will see how things go. And we'll have to pick this up next week. So I will be back tomorrow with needle felting. What's tomorrow's weather supposed to look like? Let's see. Alright, tomorrow it's not supposed to storm, so we might be able to get the full stream in tomorrow, with the needle felting. So sorry about cutting it early today, but some days are like that with the doggo. So I'll see everybody tomorrow for needle felting. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, have a good one.